Well, good morning. It is Thursday, I guess the 24th of June, and the sun is coming up back there. And we're out here on Double Lake. Stayed up basically most of the night, checking on cloud cover for some astrophotography. And between the cloud cover and the full bright moon, there was just no hope for shooting the Milky Way last night. And the moon and the core were kind of right on top of each other anyway, so there was just no chance. I should have just stuck with my instincts and slept. But instead, I was up all night, but that gave me a chance to watch the sunrise from a big high point behind where we camp. And of course you can see back here in the water, you can see what's going on here an hour after sunrise. And since I started talking, the fish have stopped jumping, but there was lots of fish activity here just a minute ago. And got some good photos of the reflection of the Double Lake high point, and we're camped back over in here. Yeah, you can see there's some fish jumping. So got the fly rod out. Oh yeah, you can see them in the water there, swimming around. So got the fly rod out. We're gonna catch some fish, just release them probably. Do that for an hour or so, and then try and go catch some Z's, hopefully. But we'll see. It's a beautiful day and a perfect time for some fishing. Yeah, look at that one right there. I'm not sure if you can, I don't have my polarizer on. Anyway, they're out there. All right, gonna pull fly in the water, and we're just going with a, get back over here to my Tenkara rod. We're just going with a stonefly right there, just a black stonefly, and we'll see how that works this morning. And if that doesn't work pretty good, we'll probably put on some kind of nymph. All right, I'm on it. First fish of the day. I should have brought my polarizer. A little brook trout. He's kind of a fighter. I'm gonna get him released and put him back in the water. So I think this is fish 8 for the morning. That's a nice eater. Looks like a cutthroat, kinda. All right, we'll get this. Yeah, it's definitely a cutthroat. All right, well, we will get him released, and they like that stonefly. He is a fighter. All right, we're gonna get him on the bank and get him released real quick, and I think that's what I say, number 8.
In the water?
Yeah, I see him.
And the dorsal fin goes up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the brook trouts, they're pretty good fighters, really. So I'm on, John's on. Just great fishing. You still fishing with that pink scud? Yep.
They haven't gotten convinced to come off.
Right. All right, so we're going to unhook him and let him go. They're on over here. All right, another little brookie. And we're going to get him unhooked and let go. Was that 10? Can't remember. All right, another brook. Jay's got one too there. Whoops. There we go. Jay's releasing one. And we got a good fighter right here. Trying to get under that rock. Oh, there's a bunch more under there. So we're going to let this one go. I got to get my baggie. Come back to you guys in a bit. All right, Jay's got a cutthroat, nice size cutthroat, length of his arm.
My arm probably there.
Yep. Looking good. And he's on the pink scud. Stonefly's still working pretty good for me. Gotta get my exposure right. There we go. All right, so I'm fixing to make some more casts, catch some more fish. All right, number 14. Nice little brook. Come on, get up here. Oh, he's a fighter. All right, we're gonna get him landed and get him released. What is that, 14? I think 14. Look at those pretty spots. He's not photogenic. All right, my black stonefly, they pretty much just killed it, and the pattern doesn't look too awful. It's still catching fish, but I decided to take that off and try a white type stonefly pattern, and it's not working at all. They come up and look at it and they don't like it. So I think I'm going to switch back to something darker. I might try a dry fly with a dropper, like a scud type nymph or something, and just play around and see what we can get them to hit. All right, so we're going to go out on a limb here. They really haven't been hitting much on top water, although overnight and this morning they do seem to be hitting the water a little more, and we have seen a few more caddis, or I think they're caddis. I'm not an expert entomologist for fly hatch species, but you know, they're not really wanting the blonde stuff, which is kind of the color of the caddis that's coming out. So we're just going to go out on a limb, and this is not really a parachute. I don't know what pattern this is, but we're going to go with this. It's got a little bit of flash to it, and it may be too aggressive because that's a lot of fluff there, but we're going to find out. Here we go. Johnny's on again. Okay, so no luck with this pattern. I thought it might be too aggressive, so we're going to switch back to a nymph or maybe a stonefly dropper and see how that works. See if we can get back into the flow. So I decided to go back with this little blue. It's almost like a blue scud, but it's kind of flashy, and it's blue nymph. It's got a bead head on it, and then I'm going to drop behind it this tiny, I don't know what this is, a 16 hook or what, but this tiny little nymph here with some flashing on its back, and it's kind of like a copper john, maybe. Maybe that's a copper john. It's got copper wire wrap around the back end, and a bead head and some flash on the top where the thorax would be. So we're going to throw that and see what happens. All right, so I'm on with the two little nymph dropper system. Looks like a nice cutthroat. See which one he took. The blue one. He took the blue one. He took the top one. Nice little cutthroat. All right, let's see if we can get the rod on him and see how big he is. So he's a little longer than my cork handle with the tail pinched. So 14-inch maybe? I don't know how long my cork handle is, but I can figure that out later. All right, goodbye fish. And there he goes. Nice, so that was on the blue nymph and not the copper john. And that last catch was sort of a stalking catch. I saw the fish and presented to him. Whereas most of these are just blind casts. So let's take a look and make sure. Yeah, Copper John or whatever it is still on the back. All right, well, we're going to throw this a few more times and see what happens. Yeah, we caught a lot. So I don't know, it's coming up on 6:45. We've been here maybe 40 minutes, something like that. It's definitely not an hour. And I think Johnny caught 25 or 30, and I lost count somewhere after 20 myself. And it just started experimenting with different fly patterns and combinations of droppers and stuff like that. Just trying to check things out. But the best two flies right now seem to be the stonefly. Black is all that's the only color I have. I think that an olive would work really well, but they've been hitting the black really good. And then the pink scud. And
Tan scud too.
well, tan scud too, and I caught some on a green scud yesterday. So generally, and the blue nymph that I've got, which is kind of a scud pattern, you know, it's really good. So now we're gonna go back and grab some coffee and look at them. They're still hitting. I did try some surface dry flies, but no luck. We need to get Lynn over here and Josh and get them on some fish. Greg. All right, coffee time.
Hiking by.
Right.
Yeah. So
Oh, it's a beautiful spot.
Them outfitters.
yeah, they're gonna be coming back today. They're trying to get over the pass just like us before it starts the lightning. It's supposed to lightning afternoon today. So
Yeah.
70% chance of rain. Yeah. So we're gonna try to get over that big open 6-mile stretch or whatever.
Right.
Right, right.
Did you order the weather report yet?
I didn't get one this morning. I got one last night. And it's supposed to rain. Yeah, I've got one.
Okay. Yeah, whoever has it.
Want to get some of the fish jumping.
We'll get to work on this, and then.
Because they are starting to hit something on the top water. But they're not hitting top water flies yet. Nothing I have anyway. Nothing I've thrown at them. Can't really see for the reflection there, but.
I know, that's how I'm starting to feel too.
All right, so just rigged up a stonefly, olive scud, blue something, nymph, dropper, and get into some light. It's going to be storming here this afternoon, so we're going to go out and try and do some more fishing. The conservation rangers just left. They did give us some advice on moving one of the tents, actually two of the tents. One because it was about 20, 30 feet too close to the trail. So it was about 70 or 80 feet from the trail. And the other one is only 70 or 80 feet from the water. So we'll have Nick move his tent once he gets up. And in the meantime, I'm just going to go and we're going to get the Tenkara back in the water and tear up some fish. All right, we're on over here. And we're down near the south end of Double Lake. Nice little brook. So we're going to get him back in the water. Supposed to storm this afternoon with a lot of lightning, so we're probably not going to cook any fish today. Yeah, look at him. Nice little 13-inch brook trout. He sure is pretty. All right, so the stonefly scud dropper rig is working good, and right now they're still hitting strong on the stonefly. But, you know, we'll keep casting and see if catch anything on the scud or the little blue thing. And again, if anybody knows what that little blue fly pattern is, please let me know in the comments, because I definitely want to order some more of those. So, or learn to tie them. Anyway, back to fishing. Brook on. Nice. He hit on the stonefly too. All right, well, we're gonna get him released and catch some more. Now this is a nice one. I'm not sure what it is yet. It hadn't come up. Is that a cutthroat? It's a little fighter. Doesn't look like a brown. I mean a brook. Pretty sure that's cutthroat. All right. Let's get him on the bank and take a look at him. Nice little cutthroat. And he's gonna be a little longer than my cork portion of my rod. So let's get him released and back in the water. He's on the stonefly too. All right, we're on again. Let's see what this is. This is a much smaller fish. Get him released. Is that a rainbow or? Wow, he got my line all to cutthroat. He got my line all knotted up. All right, we're gonna get him released and undo that nest in the dropper rig. All right, so that nest was just too much to deal with. I cut it out and we're going back with the stonefly and the blue scud looking thing because that seems to be what they like. So I got my buddy Johnny Freedom here and he's gonna try and shoot some video of me fishing, so we'll see.
We've got video of all of us having fun. Now it's time to get Frosty having some fun.
There you go.
We're gonna watch the master. Look at him whipping his fly out there. Look at that. What'd I tell you?
And I heard it beep, so I don't know if you turned it off.
I had turned it off, but I immediately turned it back on because there you are, man. Look at that. First cast, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. And see, you never get this, Ben. Or
No.
because you're always the one that's was recording everybody. What do you got there? Little brook?
Little brook trout.
Did he like the stonefly or did he like the nymph?
Stonefly. He's definitely on the black stonefly.
All right. Well, I probably was a little low on the recording there because I was looking at the fish.
That's okay.
Good job, man. That feel pretty good?
Get him released.
And there it goes. Don't fall in, buddy.
All right, I'm on. Let's see what it is. All right, I'm on again. Let's see what this one is. Is that a cutthroat? Doesn't look as flashy as a brook trout. Pretty nice cutthroat, I think. He does not want to come in. And they're all hitting the stonefly. I don't know if they're going for little nymph, but they're hitting the stonefly. He's a different colored cutthroat, looks like. Kind of looks. Well, he just got off and he's kind of stuck himself. Let's see if we can help him out here. There he goes. So they are just tearing up the stonefly. I'm gonna have to put a new one on soon. They have teeth, you know, so they abrade the fly. But hey, they're still biting on it, and I still got my little blue nymph. So here we go. All right, so we're making some lunch here, and we're having, what is that, Chicken Verde?
Well, it's scratched out potato salad.
Right, what's the other side say?
Well, I don't think that's potato salad first.
This is not potato salad.
Okay.
Right.
I just wanted to confirm that it was not potato salad.
It is not potato salad.
Okay, it's not potato salad. Oh, so it must be Chicken Verde.
Yes.
Lunch, etc.
Yes.
Was that etc.?
Yes, that's etc.
Why does it have to be etc.?
Because it doesn't have to be for lunch.
Okay, but
It's for other
if
things.
it's written for lunch, does that mean it's only for lunch if it doesn't say etc.?
Well, sure.
Then it's only for lunch.
But that one says etc.
So therefore, it can be for anything.
Right, that's right.
Damn. It's amazing what 3 letters will do.
Right. Acronyms, right?
I'm a government employee, so you know how much I love acronyms.
Right.
They're the best.
All right, so there's some chili verde. We're just going to make a little bit because we're making cheesy quesadillas with chorizo. Wet it. All right.
Fire this bad boy up. You know, like the stability of that right there?
Yeah, not level. There you go. All right. You need a spoon?
Yeah, I have some. That's already bubbling. Okay. We got the lid over there, Ben. We can, after this is cooked and nice and hot,
Got it.
we can, it's gonna heat. Oh shit!
Yeah, it's a hot stove.
Because this will reheat again once we put it on the quesadillas.
Right.
But I'm trying to cook off some of that water.
Yeah, it'll come off, and some of it'll soak in just sitting there.
Now, Ben, talk us through what kind of verde did you use? Buy some canned verde for this, or what makes this verde?
Yeah, so for this I use canned verde sauce. That's right.
Because it looks like I see some tomatoes, some onions, some green chili.
Yep.
In here, it looks delicious. I wish y'all could smell this. Maybe one day we'll have some technology that will allow people watching YouTube to smell and experience smells. Because that's one of the beautiful things about being outdoors.
You want some rice to go with that?
You know, do you have beans?
I don't have beans. I have some rice. Bring the jalapenos and we'll get the beans.
I think I'm riced out for a while, to be honest with you.
You know what we could do? Is we could put the cheese in there because it's hot, and then put that on the quesadilla. And then it doesn't have
the cheese in with the chili?
And then it doesn't have to be in the burner on the quesadilla that long.
Hold that for a second.
Sure.
Experimentation.
And we could use the fresh cheese too if you want to. You can use either.
This.
Yeah, that's fine.
Since we got
and
this.
That's what is this? Tell them what this is.
This is just freeze-dried cheese. Looks like a little mixture of white and orange cheeses.
Yep, it's called Mexican blend if you get it from Kroger or Dillon's. Nice.
Add that cheese. Mix this in here with the meat. We're probably going to need to add a little bit more water here now.
Yep, but that's all right.
Oh shoot! I need some water. I'm gonna grab. Is this flavored?
Tea. Yeah.
May I have a little bit of water, please? Does it? Okay. Well, never mind then. Josh should be back here shortly. Have a little squirt left in there. And that might be enough to get at least get it going.
Right.
And this kind of almost creates that kind of paste that we had the other day with the cheese.
Right.
And then we just mush that down on the quesadilla and then
we'll just brown the quesadillas.
right.
Slather some Diablo sauce in there. Or Cholula, or chorizo. Just want to let that sit.
Yep.
All right. Hit the stove. Or at least turn it down real low.
That's what it looks like.
Excellent.
We're going to slap that right on top of some tortillas and make some quesadillas. That's the native way to say that.
There you go.
All right, man.
All right, so I'm gonna get the frying pan out and we're gonna get some quesadillas ready. All right, so this is the first one. It's got Diablo sauce and the chicken verde and cheese that we made. And the first one's always, you know, kind of seasons the pan. All right, well, we're gonna finish these and eat them. I stayed up and did stuff. Astrophotography stuff. So that's the big kahuna right there. Well, I couldn't have planned to fold this taco any better than that. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, I think that looks like a shit show. But I think that it doesn't matter because it only matters how it tastes.
That's right.
I'll show you right here. Look at that right there.
Right.
Delicious, man. Honestly, you can't, when I was in the Marine Corps, we used to call this grunt cooking. Where we just make up stuff on the fly.
Right.
And that's literally what we've done with all this freeze-dried food we brought. Ben made some chicken verde. Josh was like, let's have some chicken verde quesadillas. We're cooking up the chicken verde quesadillas. We got too much water in there. And so Ben's like, well, let's just throw some freeze-dried cheese in there. And what do we got, Josh?
Kick-ass fucking quesadilla, man.
Kick-ass quesadillas.
It's good. We're getting some dinner ready and we're just playing some card games here. Kind of been catching too many fish. It's unreal. And so we're just relaxing and we're going to go ahead and basically cold soak these. And here's the potato salad. So it's looking good. Yeah, it looks real good, especially if I could get the exposure right. And so we're going to put some water on that and let it sit, and then we'll just heat it all up. We got brisket, and when Greg gets the big pot out, we're going to do the brisket.
Yeah.
All right, we got baked beans, barbecue brisket, potato salad over there, and we're just serving it up. Greg, dive in there.
We're gonna do a taco. You know, if you're whatever, you could call it a burrito. Are these some of the Bush's baked beans?
Yes.
They are?
Mm-hmm.
So the Bush Rider, I mean, how simple could that be?
Yeah, it's excellent.
You know what I forgot to get? But
Josh, let's see your plate.
I forgot to get my
Hold on,
A little bit of
I got
everything,
way
man.
overexposed.
But I will get pepper.
Awesome. How is it?
It's delicious as always, man. Great food on this trip. I love it.
We do have tortillas.
I'll have a whole bunch if you want some.
What's spicy? Is it
The
the
beans.
beans?
The beans, the Bushes.
All right, I'm gonna get mine. Okay, another day in the books. We are just on the trail. On the trail headed to one of the many honey holes, fishing holes that we have found here. And we're gonna dunk the Tenkara rig in the water, catch a few more fish tonight, and catch some Z's. So hope you guys have enjoyed tagging along with us, and if you have questions or comments, leave those in the comment section below, especially if you know what that blue fly is, that pattern is. Leave that in the comments. All right, it's raining. I think he's wrapped up in my dropper. Let's see what we got. A cutthroat. Looks like a cutthroat. He is a fighter. Fighter. It's all wrapped up in my thing. All right, let's get him released. All right, it's coming down a little more. Oh, was that two that jumped up? Do I have two again? Oh my, that's twice. One on the stonefly and one on the dropper. Amazing. Look at that, two brook trouts. A mouth hook on the stonefly and a mouth hook on the dropper. That's a brook on top, and that's a cutthroat on the blue nymph looking fly. Amazing. Twice that happened. All right, well that's absolutely fabulous. I'm gonna release these guys and maybe throw another line or two before we go, but all right, let me get these guys released. Sorry if there's water on the lens, I just can't help it.
Damn, dude. That's a big fish right there.
That's a brook?
Yep.
Cutthroat, he says. That's a nice one, man.
It's a nice cutthroat, man.
Yes, it is.
Well, it went to my foil.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we really are going to call it a night there, and we're going to get out of the rain before any lightning shows up. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed the the vlogs. And again, like, comment, subscribe, and whenever you can, get up, get out, live a little. See ya. 2021 wind blah, blah, blah. Start over. Action. Take 2. Thanks for joining. Today we're going to be talking about the camera gear that I took on the 2021 Wind River